Hello, my name is Lacey, and this is my video about why I advocate the Zeitgeist movement and a resource-based economy. I advocate the Zeitgeist movement and a resource-based economy because I'm a very spiritual person. Jacques Fresco likes to ask people what they mean when they say that they're a spiritual person, so I'll tell you what I mean. What I mean by being a spiritual person is living a life that is examined, an examined life in the Socratic sense. This examination of my life has led me to learn as much as I can about how the world works and how human beings become what we are. By living an examined life, I feel that I have a significant life, not one wasted on material pursuits and mundane things. To truly live a spiritual life, I think you must be educated as to how society really works and what the repercussions of your actions are, at least as much as possible. I see people go to Christian churches and call themselves Christians and tell themselves that they live a spiritual life. And then they go to work the next day and they play the game of money and they make a profit at someone else's expense. I think they really have no idea the amount of harm that they do every single day because their lives are unexamined. I don't think that people in the United States really realize what we're doing when we shop at Walmart and IKEA and places where you can buy lots of cool stuff at very low prices. I don't think that most people understand that it's because these things are made in the third world, where people make maybe $2 a day, that's why we get this stuff so cheaply. I don't think that people really understand that the comforts that we take for granted here in the Western world, we only have because others around the world are suffering. That's the monetary gain. I certainly would like to think that if people did truly understand this, something would be done about it. So that's why I advocate the Zeitgeist movement. I try to educate people about it. Also, right now we live in a world where we can't trust one another, and that puts us at a major disadvantage for spiritual growth. Having to compete with one another for our resources encourages lying, stealing, cheating, and even worse. For instance, I'm sure that there are plenty of people out there that have sold something on Craigslist or eBay that they knew wasn't working well or had some kind of flaw, but nevertheless, they needed the money. It's not that we're bad people. That's just the monetary game. It's having to use money to acquire our resources that's harmed our very souls and makes us do things like that, makes us cheat one another. So I think that when we as a species can get our act together and create a world where everyone's basic needs are met, a world where we can actually trust one another and not have to compete with each other for money, then, and only then, can we, as a species, start to attain what Abraham Maslow called self-actualization. Abraham Maslow was a psychologist. He lived in the 20th century. He came up with what he called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's a graphic of a triangle, and there's 5 sections. At the base of it is our physiological needs, our food, our air, water, shelter. Those are the most basic things that all human beings need. Next, above that is safety. We need to feel safe. We need to feel like we're safe from harm. We need to feel that our resources are safe. We need to feel that our access to our resources next month is going to be safe. And then above that, Maslow put love and belonging. We're social creatures. We like to have friendships, generally, family, possibly a mate. So that's another need that we have. And then above that, Maslow put esteem, like self-esteem, confidence in yourself, respect for other people, and also being respected by other people. And then after those 4 tiers, at the top, the apex of the triangle, Maslow put self-actualization. This is where our creativity comes from, and our problem solving, and our being able to examine our beliefs and question our indoctrinations and our dogmas. When we can only do that when we feel safe. A lot of people subscribe to dogmatic beliefs because they want to be accepted. They want to not lose their job. So a lot of the beliefs that people have today, people would be very afraid of questioning those beliefs because of the way that we have to earn money to get our resources and to fit in. If you're ostracized, heck, it's like back in the caveman days. If you're ostracized for your beliefs in our society today, that could actually hurt your access to your resources. And so a lot of people don't question their beliefs and self-actualize, actually get to the top of that pyramid. So, let's see. To me, to create a world where our basic needs are actually met automatically, where we can feel secure, where we can be accepted by others and therefore have confidence in ourselves, a world where we could begin to self-actualize, each of us as individuals and then collectively as a whole. To me, that would be the epitome of human spirituality. So I say, let's work on a world where we can live in peace and actually trust one another. Let's work together to create a world of abundance for all of humanity, and let's just see where we go from there. I think the possibilities will be amazing. I think there are possibilities that we can't even imagine today because we're so boxed in by the monetary system. When we have our basic needs met, then we'll be able to look around ourselves and look deep within ourselves and find meaning for ourselves and live a much more fulfilled life. This is what I try to help create. To me, this is spiritual. Thank you.